This is Scott Seware in the VT database. I want to read you a historical document from the 1930s, and right after that I will show you a close-up. Let's focus this photo and make it a little bit more focused. But bear with me, I just want to tell you about this sighting first. It happened in the 1930s in Alaska. The picture, here's what they say. The picture was taken in the early 1930s by the sender's grandfather, who lived in Alaska. The entity was first seen when the grandfather was on his way to a lake. He chased the entity until he got close enough to take one picture. It was some 4 months before the photograph was developed, being in a remote, sparsely populated area. The sender received the photo from his grandfather only last week. His grandfather died the day after giving him the photo and relating the story to him. Now that's pretty amazing. This very possibly can be the first time recorded ever in history that a person who was eyewitness to an alien or UFO was murdered. I believe this grandfather who died in Alaska the day after giving this photo film to a relative, I believe he may have been the target of a conspiracy to keep this covered up. So it's quite remarkable, I believe. Okay, now one of the letters that was sent in, this was sent into UFO Casebook of all. That's right, it's very well known and very famous for being 100% confident in their trust and abilities. This was sent in the UFO Casebook in 8/14/2003. It says, "Dear Sir, the included picture was taken by my grandfather in the early 1930s. I scanned the image immediately after he gave it to me last week. I wish to remain anonymous since I don't want anything to do with the research or whatever this is. I know it looks like an alien or Bigfoot. I know my grandfather was telling me the truth about taking this picture. That's why I think it should be in the right hands. You are the only one I'm sending this to. So please respect my privacy and don't contact me about this. Thanks in advance. Yours, name withheld." Now that's just really amazing. That's just absolutely incredible to me. Now let's change the photo a little bit to make it more dark, to make the alien himself stand out a little bit more. Look at this. Look at this photo. You can see the eyes. Can you see the eyes there? Wait, this is really great. Let's sharpen it a little bit for a little bit more detail. There we go. Now we see a little bit more detail than we did earlier. Now I'll put it back to original, but right now I just want you to see exactly what he saw, and this is pretty darn close. You see there's a trail right over here. The person's walking near the trail, and the person, in my estimate, is about 1 meter tall. The funny thing is, if you look carefully at the person, you'll also notice that they're not actually naked. They're not actually, you can't actually see their skin. It looks like they're kind of lumpy. It looks like they're wearing a suit. Doesn't it look like they're wearing a suit? You know how the astronauts have bumpy, lumpy, thick suits that looks uneven and everything? I believe this person might be wearing a suit too. Perhaps our atmosphere is toxic to them. Perhaps it's not so safe for them. But remember, this is the 1930s. It's absolutely incredible. This guy got a photograph of an alien back then. And you know how Alaska is. Right now even, you can walk for miles before you encounter a home in some places. I wanted to get a job there, and they said, "Scott, if you're going to get a job there as a school counselor, you're going to have to fly from school to school every 2 to 3 days, and you'll have to live at the school area because there are no roads out there where you're going to be going." And I was like, okay. But I never went because went to Taiwan instead. But I got off track there, sorry. The alien itself has incredible detail. Look at the eyes. Let's try to sharpen those eyes a little bit. Cannot sharpen them. Let's add a little bit of brightness, a little bit more contrast. Can't really seem to get it. I mean, it is so close and yet impossible. I think that's the best I can do, guys. The largest I can get. The largest I can get. You can see the difference there when you click on it. Okay, I'll accept that, and it looks pretty good. What do you guys think about this? In my opinion, it is the oldest known photograph of an alien where the eyewitness died immediately after giving the photo evidence to somebody else. I believe this could be one of the earliest evidence that eyewitnesses were targeted and eliminated, murdered, killed, to stop them from spreading the news. So somebody else knew that aliens came down in this area. Somebody with incredible technology, because 1930s technology, radar could not sense it. Nobody could sense it with any technology we had back in the 1930s. So the people who killed the grandfather, they must have been very advanced and probably involved with alien species directly. This is Scott C. Waring of ET Database. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll make more videos for you very soon. Scott C. Waring signing out.